Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Chris here with Elite Level Leader. In this episode of Business and Barbells, we're gonna start right here on the Battleground, where I will demonstrate a fitness training tip and a workout. Next, we'll head over to the Boardroom, where I will reveal a business building strategy and growth plan. So let's get started right now. Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Chris here with Elite Level Leader, and welcome to the Battleground. In today's workout, I've got a 5-minute AMRAP for you. Now, an AMRAP is as many rounds or as many reps as possible within a specific amount of time. And today, what we're gonna end up doing is 3 5-minute AMRAPs. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and set a clock for 5 minutes. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna repeat a sequence of movements for that 5 minutes. When the 5 minutes is up, you're gonna go ahead and rest for 1 minute. When the rest is up, you're gonna go ahead and repeat that same sequence of movements for another 5 minutes, rest for 1 more minute, and then do a third and final round of that same 5-minute AMRAP, repeating that same sequence of movements. So basically, with the 5-minute AMRAPs in there, times 3, plus the 2-minute workout, 2-minute rest in there, it's about a 17-minute workout. All right, guys, so set that clock for 5 minutes, and it's gonna start off with 12 alternating dumbbell reverse lunges. So I'm gonna head back here and just grab 2 dumbbells here. And these are reverse lunges. So we're gonna set these down on the ground while I go over some of the movement standards first. So 12 alternating, 6 per side. You're gonna be standing in an upright position, chest up, shoulders back. Feet are about hip width apart here, guys. Dumbbells are gonna be in the palms of your hands, facing each other, facing your hips. From here, keeping that chest up, you're gonna lunge back with the right leg till that back knee just barely taps the ground. Stand fully upright, opening up those hips to the top, chest to open up, roll those shoulders back. Then you're gonna lunge back with the left leg, stand fully upright, right leg. One more here on the left leg. And we're gonna do a set of 12 of these total. So first off, we're gonna pick up these dumbbells. Feet are about hip width apart here, or shoulder width apart. Palms are facing each other. Head is up, chest is up, shoulders are rolled back. I'm gonna go ahead and lunge back with the right leg till that back knee touches the ground. Stand fully upright, keeping those shoulders up, back and opening up those hips to the top. Lunge back with the left, lunge back with the right, lunge back with the left. 12 of those alternating. A couple things I wanna go over here on these lunges. Make sure you are stepping far enough back and not short stepping it. We do a lot of forward lunges, and I say the same thing on those, but in reverse lunges, you also wanna make sure you are stepping far enough back, which means when you step back, you should have a nice 90-degree angle here on this front leg and a nice 90-degree angle on that back leg. If you don't step far enough back, you're gonna get kind of bound up over here. What's gonna happen is instead of lunging backwards, you're gonna be lunging back here, but you're gonna have to kind of go into a squat. This knee goes way out over the front of your toe. Your heel's gonna come off the ground, puts a lot of extra added strain. And on these reverse lunges, you're really gonna get kind of bound up in this position if you don't go far enough back to get into that nice position. Also, with the dumbbells in your hand, you're gonna have some momentum going on. So they're gonna be swinging back and forth. Really want you to engage your triceps and your lats to make sure that when you lunge backwards, you're not hinging over or leaning over the front of your leg. I want you to remain upright the entire time. So it should look like this. That upper part of your body should be remaining vertical the entire time. So you're gonna go ahead and do 12 of those alternating reverse lunges. Then we're gonna go into 6 dumbbell renegade rows. I'm gonna use the same dumbbells that I have right here. Now the renegade row is kind of a 3-part movement where you do a push-up, you do a row, and a row. That counts as 1. We're gonna end up doing 6 of these. So first off, I'm gonna grab these dumbbells here, place them on the floor, about shoulder width apart. What's gonna happen is we're gonna get into a plank position, kind of like we're getting ready to do a push-up. First thing in this, we wanna make sure that our shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all in a line. So nice straight up and down here. We don't want to be back behind these dumbbells or up over the top of those dumbbells. Now typically, if you were doing a push-up off of these, you get in this plank position, making sure your hips aren't sagging down or piking up, and you'd have your feet close together and you do your push-ups. However, since we're adding a row in here, we actually have to take one of our hands off the ground to row that dumbbell. So I want you to widen up your stance so you have a little bit more of a wider foundation on there. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna widen up my feet, shoulders, elbows, wrists, all in a line, nice plank position. I'm going to go into a push-up. I'm gonna press out of that push-up. Now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna shift my weight to my left or my right side here. I'm gonna alleviate the pressure on this side. I'm gonna row the dumbbell to my left hip, back down. Now I'm gonna shift my weight over to my left hand, and I'm gonna row the right side up. That completes 1 rep of the renegade row. So push up, press, row, and then row, push up, press, row, and row. So you're gonna end up doing 6 of those 3-step renegade rows. After that, we're gonna go into 12 dumbbell front squats. So I'm just gonna go ahead, use the same dumbbells I had before. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring those dumbbells up into the front rack position. So their palms are kind of facing each other here, maybe at a slight 45-degree angle. From this front rack position, we're gonna get in that nice squat stance, which means our feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart, toes are pointed out slightly. What we're gonna end up doing here, dumbbells in the front, we're gonna hinge at the hips, knees are gonna start to bend, knees are gonna track out over those toes. As you go fully down into the squat, wanna make sure your butt goes down below knee level. Once you get there, you're gonna reverse that, press through the floor, knees come back, opening up those hips all the way at the top. Now you're gonna have these dumbbells in this front rack position, so they're gonna wanna start to pull you forward. That's why I really wanna emphasize when you're going into the squat is to sit back. Weight should be all the way back in your heels. Knees are tracking out over those toes, so you're not falling forward as easily. Go ahead, grab these dumbbells here. Pull them up into the front rack position, nice squat stance, feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. I'm gonna hinge at the hips, knees are gonna start to bend. I'm gonna sit back into that squat, keeping that chest up the entire time, not allowing those dumbbells to pull me forward, down into a full squat, butt down below knee level, press through the floor, opening up those hips, bringing those knees back, full extension to the top. All the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. We're gonna do 12 of these dumbbell front squats. Then we're gonna go ahead, set those dumbbells down, and then we're gonna go into 6 burpees. Now the burpee, everyone kind of knows what a burpee is. Basically, this is the movement on the burpee. You're standing in an upright position here. From this position, what you're gonna end up doing is you're gonna bend down, you're gonna touch your hands on the ground, you're gonna go into a plank position, you're then gonna do a push-up, you're gonna press out of that push-up, you're gonna bring your feet in, you're gonna stand up and jump and touch your hands above your head. So down, out, push-up, press, up. One more here. Do one more. That's the burpee. We're gonna go ahead and do 6 of those. Couple tips on this. Guys, I see a lot of times what happens when people are doing burpees, they're making it a little bit more difficult than they actually have to. So I got a little bit of cheat here on these burpees and what you can do. Still get the same benefit from the burpee, but allows you to go a little bit faster and actually puts you in a little bit better position for that jump at the end. So what I see is a lot of people, they'll go into this squat down here and they'll push back, and then what they'll do is they'll bring their knees in between their arms. Now from here, I really just have to stand up, but I have so far to go. My knees are I'm all compact and compound down here on the ground. I have to jump all the way up from that ground position and then jump up. Now what I want you to do is I want to bring your feet around to the side of your hands, not in between your hands. So what happens is I go down here, I go in this plank position, I do the push-up, I press out of this. Now, when I bring my feet to the sides of my hands, I could just sit back and I'm already at a wide stance. I don't have very far to go to stand up. And I don't even have very far to go to then jump up. So once you kind of go down here, wide stance, up, and then right back down. Look how easier that is for me to get from this position down to this position into that burpee and then back up. So little tip there on the burpees to make them go through a little bit faster. You're gonna go ahead and do 6 of those burpees. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep on repeating that same sequence of movements. The 12 alternating dumbbell reverse lunges, the 6 dumbbell renegade rows, the 12 dumbbell front squats, the 6 burpees. Keep on repeating that same sequence of movements for 5 minutes. When the 5 minutes is up, you rest for 1 minute. When the rest is up, do another cycle of 5 minutes of those movements, rest for 1 more minute, and then a third and final cycle of all those movements for another 5 minutes. All right, guys, that is the workout of the day. I'll see you back here in the Battleground for your next workout. And as always, make sure you check out EliteLevelLeader.com for more training, and make sure you go ahead and enlist today. Hey there, Chris McCarthy here with Brand Identified and Elite Level Leader. In this mission, you will learn how to avoid business failure point number 12, which is your design and marketing teams do not have the proper tools and resources. Without the proper tools and resources, design and marketing teams cannot effectively create and implement successful campaigns. This can lead to a lack of consistency in the branding and communication with customers, which can ultimately damage the reputation of your business. Additionally, team members may become frustrated and discouraged when they are not given the resources that they need to succeed. This can lead to a high turnover rates, difficulty attracting new talent, and ultimately failure of the business. It's crucial for businesses to invest in their employees and provide them with the tools and resources that they need to succeed. To avoid this failure point, it is essential to conduct a thorough assessment of the team's needs and allocate sufficient budget to provide them with the necessary tools, software, and resources. It's important to stay up to date with the latest design and marketing trends and invest in ongoing training and development opportunities for the team members. Creating a culture of collaboration and continuous improvement can also help ensure that the team members have the support that they need to produce high-quality work. Here are some steps to help get you started. Number 1, assess team needs. Start by conducting a comprehensive assessment of your design and marketing team's needs. Identify the tools, software, and resources required to perform their tasks effectively. Number 2, allocate adequate budget. Allocate a sufficient budget to invest in the necessary tools and resources. Consider this an investment in your team's productivity and your brand's success. Number 3, stay current with trends. Stay up to date with the latest design and marketing trends. Regularly evaluate your tool sets to ensure that it aligns with the industry's best practices. Number 4, invest in training and development. Provide ongoing training and development opportunities for your design and marketing teams. This investment in skill development will pay dividends in the quality of their work. Number 5, promote collaboration. Foster a culture of collaboration between design and marketing teams. Encourage open communication and the sharing of ideas to enhance creativity and problem solving. Number 6, continuous improvement. Encourage continuous improvement within your teams. Regularly review processes and workflows to identify areas for optimization. Number 7, empower creativity. Provide your teams with the creative freedom to explore new ideas and approaches. A supportive environment encourages innovation. Number 8, evaluate tools and software. Routinely assess the effectiveness of the tools and the software that your teams use. If there are more efficient or feature-rich alternatives available, consider making upgrades. Number 9, feedback mechanism. Establish a feedback mechanism where team members can express their tool and resource needs. Their insights can inform future investments. Number 10, resource accessibility. Ensure that the resources are easily accessible to all team members, whether they are working in-house or remotely. Accessibility promotes efficiency. Number 11, collaborate with suppliers. Collaborate with suppliers and vendors to explore cost-effective solutions. Leverage partnerships to gain access to premium tools and resources. Number 12, track ROI. Monitor the return on investment of the tools and resources that you provide. Evaluate how they contribute to the achievement of marketing and design objectives. Number 13, employee well-being. Consider the well-being of your employees when providing resources. Ergonomic workstations and a comfortable work environment contribute to their productivity. Number 14, support for remote teams. If your teams work remotely, ensure that they have the necessary infrastructure, software, and secure access to resources to maintain productivity. By prioritizing the needs of your design and marketing teams and equipping them with the right tools and resources, you empower them to create impactful campaigns, maintain brand consistency, and contribute to the overall success of your business. This proactive approach not only enhances your brand's image, but also boosts employee morale and retention. That is all for now. I will see you right back here in the boardroom for your next business training session. To continue, be sure to check out brandidentified.com and elitelevelleader.com to learn more about our services and complete training programs.